the little rabbit of, like, the rabbit Sholmes that Iris gave them, and it's actually a walkie-talkie. And Sholmes and Mikotoba, his assistant, are on this ship in France. And they are looking for Judge Chigoku, who is apparently extremely relevant to everything. So that's a lot. Yeah. I'm really curious to see what's gonna happen, because it's up in the air. We got inside the room where Judge Shigoku's supposed to be staying, and it's like a mess. Objection! Spider-Man, have you played the Ace Attorney series? Curious. This is my first Ace Attorney game, and it's like a 2-pack. There's Great Ace Attorney 1 and 2 in this, and Great Ace Attorney 2 is a banger of a game. Where are you, Steven and Dots? Oh yeah, give them time, give them time. Actually, I think Steven is, I'm pretty sure he is working tonight. But Dots usually, pops up. No, but I've watched a few games? Oh, okay. Yeah, it seems like a solid series. I'm interested in checking out the rest of it, at a point in the future. Great Ace Attorney 1 left me feeling a little bit lukewarm about stuff. But Great Ace Attorney 2, like, really paid off in spades. I think our next visual novel after we beat Great Ace Attorney 2 is gonna be House and Fata Morgana, which I've heard good things about. Okay. So, we are in control of Sholmes right now. Or perhaps Mikotoba. That's a substantial heap of clothes on the floor. An overcoat, shirts, a dressing gown. Momohiki work trousers, a Tanzen robe, a Haramaki waistband, clearly the clothing of a Japanese man. And clearly, Japanese men are unaccustomed to the culture of the wardrobe. It looks to me as if they've been thrown in a heap like that in something of a hurry. Indeed, you could help yourself to a Japanese man's shirt, perhaps. I'm sure you made mention of packing too few. I'd very likely drown in one of Seishiro's shirts. No, I'll just buy any extras I need, I think. This is the waste paper basket, look, and there's still rubbish inside. Indeed, and let us pry. I've discovered recently I have a penchant for exploring the contents of others' waste paper baskets. I sincerely hope only for your work. Ah. Here we have a notice issued to passengers from 3 days ago. 3 days ago? The night before we arrived in London, then. Oh, okay. When I was still aboard myself. Following departure from Port Dunkirk, all crew members are required to... Wait! Why did it skip that? I think I might have clicked it on my controller when I placed it down for a second. Hey, there's Dots. Happy Saturday, Dots. Holmes out here dumpster diving for cans to take to the recycling center. Yeah, he wants to cash in. Ah, yes, there was an evacuation drill, I remember now. For our safety and security, all first-class passengers were constantly under the watchful eye of the crew. So it was a welcome relief to have some privacy for once. Okay, wait, can I look at my court record? No, not right now. Quite the exquisite glass, I must say. See here, how it... Is something wrong, Sholmes? You suddenly trailed off. Ice, Mikotoba, ice! What opulence the first-class passengers enjoy. Chilled drinks. Pardon? Could it be that this steamship is equipped with an electrically refrigerated cold room, do you think? Dun, dun, dun! Although the presence of ice does not at all confirm that.
Oh!
Well, it is a luxury liner after all. They have enormous refrigerators for storing all sorts of lavish produce as well as ice. On our voyage from Japan, we enjoyed culinary delights from all over the world. Suddenly, Mikotoba, the sight of you is making my mouth water. I haven't taken on the flavor of the food I ate, you know. Okay. What is that? There's a speaking tube here, look, though it's been stopped with some cloth. So the voices of the crewmen on the bridge aren't an annoyance, I suppose. Or indeed, so that the voices in this cabin aren't heard elsewhere. Could something have happened in here that was for no one else's ears, do you think? Either that, or it could be to prevent snakes from entering. That's really become a favorite case of yours, hasn't it? According to the report I was given, Naruhodo was concealing himself in Asugi's wardrobe. Indeed he was, and it was of a similar size to this one. Ah! You must climb inside yourself, my dear fellow. But, whatever for. It was the site of my first fateful meeting with Mr. Naruhodo. You can experience the moment for yourself now, complete with my dramatic rhetoric. Come along now, in you go. This'll only take a moment. Really, Sho. Surely you can just tell me what you've said. Well, I uttered some brilliant remark and opened the wardrobe to reveal the stowaway murderer. I think I'll just read about it in the Adventures of Herlock Sholtz. These are the rules of passage. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden. Additionally, there are severe punishments for stowing away in wardrobes and/or travel cases. Feel the rules have increased since I last read them. Probably just my imagination. What about the fact that they're not straight on the wall? Doesn't that strike you? You may be right. Probably just your imagination, though. A trifle. And you know what I always say, Mikotoba? There is nothing important about trifles. It's probably just my imagination, but I think that might be slightly off. Okay. There's so much to examine. There's a very sizable trunk indeed. Seishiro is partial to all things large. And a rather clumsy fellow if he failed to notice he'd left that behind. Perhaps he left it on purpose. It's lighter than you think, but still a hindrance to a speedy escape. Pity. It's locked, so we can't look inside. Surely 5 seconds from now, the situation will be quite different, though. Sadly not. It has a 7-digit combination lock. And I'm not in a morose enough mood to work through all combinations at present. Ah, so this is where it originally was. The wall is a slightly different color just here. Do you see it? Indeed. What you have observed arises when a frame that has been hanged for some time is removed. Perhaps your friend is an art thief. Now there's a bold deduction worthy of a great detective, I'm sure. He may very well be the elusive thief who has been plaguing France's galleries of late. I think perhaps we should focus our attentions elsewhere, don't you? That outline on the wall. I feel as though I might have spotted something of a similar shape and size elsewhere. Yeah, perhaps. You are still here! Ah, Abel Seaman Stroganoff. Hello again. I was beginning to think you'd never materialize.
Eh? You are waiting for me.
Of course, I was expecting you to burst in with a hearty Russian profanity far sooner.
I was in trouble with Captain because of trick you play before.
Poor innocent chicken.
It is all your fault.
Ship is leaving port soon. Get off, now! Of course, we shall disembark presently, my dear fellow. But first, there is something that must be done.
What are you talking about?
Why, naturally, the debunking of your deceit and the barring of the truth.
Kakoi?
I'm afraid I see through your lies. For one thing, Mr. Jigoku has not left this vessel at all.
Ah!
And for another, my dear Seaman Stroganov, you know exactly where the man is, even as we speak, don't you?
How can you... Good gracious, Sholmes, you mean you've worked it all out?
Probably just bluffing.
All of it?
It's really been too long, hasn't it, old friend? 10 years, no less. It's time for the deduction. So, would you care to join me for a dance of my inimitable logic and reasoning?
Nothing would please me more.
Oh, are we actually gonna get to see this with Mikotoba? That's so cute.
What is this?
We have but minutes until the vessel puts to sea. No games now. Time is of the essence. Mr. Stroganov, allow me to remind you of your earlier claim. You told us that Jigoku left the ship some 2 hours ago. Ah, that is what I said. Sadly, that was a rather clumsy lie. You see, there is something in this room that quite clearly contradicts it.
What? Ah, yes, of course.
I see you've noted it too, Mikotoba. Then please, do take the lead. What in this cabin shows the impossibility of Jigoku having disembarked 2 hours ago? Let's see what the last 3 years have done to your observational skills, then, Mikotoba.
It's been 10 years since we last did this, Sholmes, not 3.
Why, of course it has! Quite! I love these portraits. Now, all the clues are here in the cabin for your eyes to see. But as always, as I always say, you must not merely look, but observe. Observe, and the answers become clear. So, impress me.
I think I can manage that.
Okay, the ice.
Take that!
Oh! Perhaps you should have cleared away that glass.
How curious that the ice shouldn't have melted despite it being abandoned 2 hours ago. Ah! It would appear that the man was here in this very cabin until moments before our arrival. With this well-chilled glass in hand. Get your mind off the refreshments, Sholmes. One might even conclude that somebody informed him of our boarding. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Stroganov?
But why would Seishiro run from us?
Before we consider that question, allow me to confirm one small matter. Would I be correct in saying that these first-class cabins of the SS Grouse are the same ones in which you and Mr. Jigoku were accommodated on your voyage from Japan?
Ah, that's right, they are.
I was in the cabin next door, and Seishiro was, yes, 50 days in this very cabin during our voyage. As I expected. Suspected even. For you see, There are traces in this cabin of a dark secret that Mr. Jigoku had to hide. What traces? I know nothing about this! Ah, this is news for you, is it, Mr. Stroganoff? Sholmes, what exactly are you getting at? As I said, there are traces in this cabin of some nefarious activity. Something that appears out of place, which I'm quite sure won't have escaped your notice. Something out of place in you. That's the key to this, Mikotoba. The remnants of the dark deed that took place in here are being masked by something quite incongruous. I must say, I didn't foresee ever doing this dance of deduction with you again, Mikotoba. No, quite. But life is full of unexpected twists and turns, as we well know. Now then, let's see if I can't uncover the truth here. Yes, you have the floor, my dear fellow. The remnants of a dark deed that took place in here are masked by something quite incongruous. This.
Take that!
I do like that he does that little tap. It's the rules of passage in this frame here. They're obviously out of place. The way they're hanging crooked on the wall, as if they were put there in a hurry. It is a dance of deduction, after all. Yes, and I'm sure you've already concluded. That frame was originally over here. The shape and size are a perfect match. Yeah, you are right, but when did frame move? Hardly the most observant of crewmen, are you, Mr. Stroganoff? I would think your captain is quite justified in having his reservations about your reliability. Ah! Oh dear, that really seemed to touch a nerve. So, Mikotoba, why don't you lift that frame off the wall? So this is where... Gregson died. So does that mean he was killed by Jigoku? That looks like a bullet hole. But who has been shooting walls? I see the projectile has been removed. Clearly the careful occupant of this room has already disposed of it. Now then, Mr. Stroganoff. Duh! I have the distinct impression that you were attempting to shield said occupant. I don't know what you are talking about. Why would I try to protect Eastern Stranger? Ah, so we're talking about the same man, I see. Good. Ugh! I'm sure we can get to the bottom of this in no time, aren't you? Because there's some very noteworthy evidence that explains the reason why you're lying for the man. One second, guys, I'm getting a call. It was Kevin indeed. I am gonna take a quick second just to put in a dinner order since he's down like near where we're getting food. We have free coupons for this. It's like a free bacon avocado chicken club sandwich. Actually, I might be able to do this with the app. We love free. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, as soon as, because Kevin pointed out the email, and I was like, we need to do that. So hold on, let's see if I can do it on my phone. A quick break. It'll just be more of this good OST. Okay, so let's see. My offers. Oh, they give you a free charburger for your birthday. That's so cute. Okay, you offer. Okay, redeem offer on app. Oh. Okay, so new order. Okay, we're gonna put in this order, and then we're gonna get back to this shenanigans. I bought a new set of buttons for my hitbox using some free credit I got on my credit card out of nowhere, so I'm excited. Oh, sweet. Did you need new buttons? Were you, like, having any issues? Okay, so chicken. Let's do no mayo and no tomatoes. Add grilled onions. Sanwa's on hitbox might not be my jam. No, I love Sanwa buttons. They have very satisfying sounds, clickety-clacks when you tap them. Okay, so add to order. Sure, let's get tempura green beans with it. Okay. I have a really tiny hitbox I use. Nice. Okay, I think that might be... Oh, you know what? Yeah, give me a regular iced tea. Great! And then let's... Free chicken club. Oh, cool. Okay. Alright, order has been received. Let me call Kevin real quick. Okay, break over, guys. Sorry about that. Kevin was having an issue getting it to work so that it was free. But we're good now, so let's continue. Okay, because there's some very noteworthy evidence that explains the reason why you're lying for the man. What is this midriff? Oh my goodness. Yes, you've been told to keep... I didn't get it in time. Why you do this game? You've been told to keep up this pretense as clearly shown by... I really don't know how to approach this one, Sholmes. Ah, my dear Mikotoba. What does it say on his arm? Simply keep first principles in mind. Study your subject from every angle, and I'm quite sure you'll see it. In fact, I'd put a wager on it. Some text boxes would just advance without you inputting anything. Yeah. That's why, when he said incongruous earlier, I just literally didn't get to the word. I'm like, what did he say? I'm being summoned by friends, but I'll try to be on a bit later for funnies. Okay, bye, Prophet. Have fun, hell divering, or lethal companying, or D&Ding. I'm not sure what you're up to, but enjoy. So, I'm to glare at the fellow from all sides. Well, I can certainly do that. What does that say? That too.
Take that!
Toba, no games now. Were my words, were they not? I need my help spreading democracy. Okay. Fight the good fight. Okay. I presented this without examining it, so that's my bad. The Russian crewman is aiding a Japanese man to evade capture by an English detective. Nationality needn't come into it. In this respect, at least, all humans are the same. Ask yourself what can spur a man to do the bidding of another about who knows precious little. There is one thing in the whole world with such repugnant, bottomless powder. Okay, so it's gotta be money somewhere. Yep. Yep, and they're gonna be Japanese. I didn't realize that they had such midriff, my goodness. Sailors. Okay, anyway.
Take that!
It's almost too obvious for words. Quite the universal language of the worlds. Money. And I'd wager that the Eastern fellow in question is Seishiro Jigoku, yes? Yeah! So, I presume you realize what this means. There are clear signs that a crime has been committed in this cabin. In the way you're going, sir, you'll find yourself accused of being an accomplice. But I believe you know, Mr. Stroganov. You know where Mr. Jigoku is hiding at this precise moment in time. As always, Mikotoba, in matters of deduction, the furtive glance is your unfaltering ally. Yes, I think you're onto something there, Sholmes. You found the chink in this burly fellow's armor. We need only follow the man's gaze to know where our prey is hiding. The slightest flicker of the pupils, a minutely delayed blink. Nothing escapes my attention, even that which is barely perceptible. You could hardly call this barely perceptible, Sholmes. The man turned his entire head. It's not exactly what you describe as a furtive glance, is it? It's almost too obvious. We shall let your tapping toes decide, my dear fellow. Oh. What? He's actually in the chest? Not this again. Remember when Crazy Robo Guy was inside the chest too?
Take that!
turned immediately to look at his large trunk, didn't you? Ah! The truth is, Seishiro Jigoku was unable to escape from the ship in time, and is, at this very moment, doing his best to stifle his breath inside this trunk. If he still has a breath to take, I fear he may be running dangerously low on air. I imagine he didn't count on us making a nuisance of ourselves for quite so long. I think it would be in everyone's best interest for us to open the trunk as quickly as possible. But how can we? Are you forgetting about the combination lock? You don't know the 7-digit code. The combination lock can't be opened from inside the trunk. Therefore, there must have been an arrangement for somebody to open it after our departure. Of course. In short, before Jigoku hid himself inside that trunk, he must have told someone the 7-digit number for the lock. Okay, why is Sholmes... This is the one deduction where he's spot on about everything. It kind of makes you wonder if he's intentionally jobbing for Naruhodo. Also, in other Ace Attorney games, are there descendants of Sholmes? Like... He's such a major player in this game. He's definitely trolling the shit out of Naruhodo. No, sadly, yeah. I guess that he's one of the characters that would truly make this game feel unique then, probably. I say without having played any of the other titles. All I know is I see Storytime getting hype in the visual novel section of the Discord over the other Ace Attorney games, and I'm like, I'm gonna have to play those. As I'm sure you can confirm, Mr. Stroganov. No, I know nothing about combination code. Why does it say Sholmes? Don't move a muscle, my good man. Most other characters have some kind of close comparison, but Sholmes is pretty much his own thing. Huh? Wait! Wait! Sholmes upside down? Five, 6, 3, 1, 0, 4, 5. Wow. I'm having a total 11037 moment. Now, Mikotoba, would you do the honors and open the trunk? How on earth do you expect me? It's a 7-digit number, remember? Quickly now, we have little time. So, I actually don't know what the upside down... Was it a 3? Sholmes. S-H-O-L-M-E-S. That one. It's not a 6. 6s go the other way. I guess it could still be a 6. No, it can't, because there's no 6 on it. So what is that? Is it a 2? Okay, 1045.
Take that!
That did it! It's open! You had to meddle, didn't you? Well, Yujin, you found me now. Seishiro.
Seishiro is totally the professor, isn't he?
I was really hoping beyond hope not to find you here, you know. But you're not entirely unsurprised, I take it.
Yeah, I don't know how he was, surviving so long, like, curled up in a box.
No, not quite. I just wish it were some other way. Well, are you ever going to introduce me? Ah, your reputation precedes you, Mr. Sholmes. I've read stories of many of your exploits. Excuse my manners, Sholmes. This is Mr. Jigoku, my old friend and traveling companion.
Hello, Kisuan tier. I hope you will be around for Among Us on Shimazing's birthday.
The devil is in the details, Mikotoba. I believe you meant to say your old friend and traveling companion.
Oh, wonderful, yes.
Who made the cowardly decision to flee the country without a word to anyone when things turned sour? I see my reputation precedes me well. What an honor. Well, Seishiro, are you going to explain all this?
How's the weather in Essex, if I may ask? Oh, it's lovely. It's a not-so-brisk 70, babes.
Know it all by now, I imagine. What you didn't know, of course, is that 3 days ago, on the night before our arrival in Britain, an attempt was made on my life on this very ship. By the Reaper of the Bailey. Yes, I've heard since.
Middlesex, since GAA is happening there? I think they're in London. Although right now they're on a ship in France, because we got things going on. Middlesex is London? Oh, the more you know. I didn't know that. Yeah, this game has been very interesting. Very, very interesting.
Because you were once prosecuted by the Reaper, weren't you? 10 years ago now, mind you. And I had no idea at the time what a dangerous individual he was. Anyway, when we arrived in London to find the symposium was postponed until goddess knows when, it became all too apparent to me that I might very well be targeted again. So you decided to flee the capital without saying a word to me about it. I'm afraid so, yes. Of course, I realize now that I really ought to have confided in you.
No. Why would you be hiding from us when we came in here, sir?
It's somewhat surprising, I must say. What is?
Well, first-class cabins aboard luxury steamships are in very short supply. It's more than a little hard to believe that this one just happened to be available.
So says the protagonist of some colorful short stories. Well, I don't care for your opinion. The cabin did just happen to be available, so I purchased a ticket and here I am. I've just seen for myself the obvious remnants of that incident in this cabin. So you'd already purchased your ticket before we even docked in Dover, had you? To prevent anyone else from taking this cabin and seeing the evidence. Is that it? Yujin, I have nothing to say to you.
Oh, you are sounding so guilty Well, in a mere 5 minutes, the ship will set off on its onward voyage and not make port again until Italy. I'm afraid we must insist that you disembark with us at once. You have no jurisdiction over my movements. We have this Seishiro. Take it. What is it? It's a subpoena from the Old Bailey. You're a man of the law. You know what the ramifications of ignoring a document like this from the British courts would be. You came prepared then, Eugene. Come on, let's go. One moment. What is it, Sholmes? Inside Mr. Jigoku's trunk. Found this rather fascinating trinket. What is that? Seishiro? I can't help you, I'm afraid. Some small component from something. But what? I have no idea. By the look on his face, I think he genuinely doesn't know. That's... okay, how is this gonna... Well, let us pocket it as a small souvenir of our brief sojourn in France. Oh boy, we have no idea how that's gonna play in. Well, young Naruhodo, I think we've done as much as we can, I'm afraid. The rest will be on the shoulders of you and your assistant. It's quite exciting. Okay, that was... So, Judge Jigoku. I did kind of think he could be the professor. And we don't know that yet, and that might actually be a wild accusation, but he's looking extremely guilty trying to flee the country. Why would he agree to go at all? If he was the professor, right? Because it might look too suspicious if he declined the invitation. Oh, I don't know. We will figure this out. Alright, I need to fill my hallowed chalice once again, so I will be back in just 2 minutes. Yes. Please excuse my filling of this hollowed chalice, whilst Beric Van Zeek stands accused of murder. Kazuma Asugi. I know you, and I know you wouldn't lie, but still, there's no doubt that you're holding something back. You know more than you're saying. During the past 30 minutes, while the court was adjourned, all possible efforts were expended even. But sadly, Mr. Jigoku's whereabouts could not be ascertained. We must accept the unfortunate conclusion that the Reaper has already done the deed. There's no sense in wasting any more of the court's time. The prosecution calls for an immediate verdict.
Objection!
No, the trial cannot end now. You're a Japanese man, Ryanosuke. You should know when to lay down your sword. And you should know never to presume when the battle is won. The court has already been presented with all the evidence and heard all relevant testimony. And there can be only one conclusion, that the accused is guilty. All relevant testimony, far from it. There's still a crucial witness from whom the court is yet to hear a single word of testimony. In that case, call your witness to the stand at once, counsel. Kevin? Yes, my lord. Tomorrow, if possible. The witness is already on his way and scheduled to arrive tomorrow. Who on earth is this crucial witness? Seishiro Jigoku. The very man allegedly murdered by the Reaper. Judge Jigoku? The investigations of every policing resource. The investigations of every policing resource in the capital suggest that Jigoku is already dead. How in the name of God did you find the man? He was located in France during the recess, at the port of Dunkirk. Thanks to one Mr. Herlock Sholmes' famous deductions. Herlock Sholmes. Inspector Gregson almost certainly met with Mr. Jigoku on the night of his death, because along with Prosecutor Asugi, Gregson was on a mission to assassinate him. Which means that Seishiro Jigoku is the sole witness who can clarify exactly what happened aboard the SS Grouse on 31st October. Well, it would appear that it's too soon to move to adjudication at this point. Prosecution concurs. The court must hear Mr. Jigoku's testimony. No judgment should be passed until all testimony has been considered. In that case, I hereby call the end of today's proceedings. Court will reconvene at the same hour tomorrow. No objections from either side? No, my lord. No objections, my lord. We live to fight another day. By the skin of our teeth. Yay! So we made it to the intermission. Okay, that's actually perfectly timed because I'm gonna go on a quick dinner break. Kevin just picked up food for us, and we have our free chicken clubs. It's gonna be amazing. So, give me like 5 to 10, guys, and when I come back, we will continue Chapter 5. I will play some clips this time, so sit tight. After saying that, Kinjo turns away from me and walks away. His back looks somewhat lonely. He's a high school student.
Next, the name of an animated movie that stars a surfing cow. Vote on your devices.
Stop it.
Oh my god.
I'm scared.
This is the ultimate question. I wish I got it.
Oh my god. Who put top right? Who do I need to talk to? I feel like I know who put it. It's probably, well.
Wait, why did I select? Nobody look at me. I didn't
Let's
click
see what
that.
everybody
I didn't
selected.
click that on...
No, did you choose the Carios?
Just
Yeah,
as
I
planned.
didn't click that on purpose.
What kind of pizza?
I swear I did not mean to click that on purpose.
You meant it. You meant it.
No.
Gotcha.
Oh my god.
It's Taco Bell
great
birthday.
line.
Breakfast in bed.
Oh my god. Is it aquatic?
Oh my god, you guys, you have to zoom in on the temple. If you don't zoom, he doesn't show up.
Wait, what?
Yoga.
Oh,
Angie, you just gave him all your hearts.
Wait
What?
for the body swapper means a full heart swap is coming. Oh my god.
Angie.
Oh, I just threw it. Worked at all for you? Yeah, it... I swear that thing that said It Takes Two said Jam Take Two, and I thought Jam was a video game.
You are
Who was
unwelcome.
Oldest again?
in
Oldest,
my
she was just here, but now she's been deleted.
Tremble with fear.
She's...
You are unwelcome in my city. Children will help me.
Oh my god. Oh no. Oh, the fight of the century. I am
This is a complicated
What is
one.
he
Oh my
doing?
God.
Humanity.
I have to honor the Chromatica Jock. What?
The bathroom.
Wait, I don't
Will they be able to
I look at this
maintain
Steven is to come back
Immediately.
Oh no! Everyone voted for Steven! So this is what Miss Congeniality was?
Oh my god, hanging the heart.
Good
Oh
job.
my goodness,
Andrew would
Steven.
say thank you so much for.
Alright. Problem. I think E tier is just too dangerous. Alright, oh, it's whatever. Okay. So here's my solution. We take the phone away from E tier.
No.
This device that creates a giant hand that takes away her phone. Everyone knows that E tier.
I just read the title. No, mine is not dogs and soul dice. So if you're dealing with too many people up your butt about making their iced coffee that they do not pay you, you can throw any hot dog from any brand into this machine and you will get nice ice cubes. It makes you think everybody who gets on your nerves.
Lucky. You're lucky of this. I'm not gonna do it. Okay.
Don't get sassy with me. No.
Hey. Hey.
Yes?
I just want to say fuck you all.
Yes.
That is so awesome.
Throw them all up. Time to take flight.
Oh my goodness. The range on that. This is kind of a standard drink, to be honest. I call it the passionate dream.
Woo! Baby!
Doing the burger kitchen.
Burger, yeah.
He's burgering, okay.
Burgering.
Amazing.
I don't
Looks
know
like it
if
was
it's
you.
an actual burger.
Oh no!
Oh my
Go-
god.
Did you go for me?
No.
No.
I'm gonna watch the VOD.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Oh no! Oh man, curse you! Oh, with the combo! Oh, disgusting! Oh! I can't believe it!
You shouldn't
Oh, I thought the shield would cover me! E-tier, get the eggs.
Marcus, what's on right now?
The troubling thing about that is I was in towel room, and as soon as the lights went out, I stopped what I was doing and went up to the panel, which is where I am now.
Wait, did you say it was in the
Did
tower?
you see anybody? Jack?
No, actually, she didn't. So Pangy, how do you know it's in tower room?
Holy shit, man.
Didn't she just say that?
Nope,
No.
not at all.
No, she didn't say that.
Oh, let's ask her what it was. Interesting.
Wait,
Hey.
so
Well.
he's here. Where is this body? I want to speak to Quantique because the last time I saw Quantique, he was going that direction. He was going down to the platform, cell phone thing, and security.
How dare you, Aquatic?
I was trying to get reception. I wanted to call my mom.
I get it.
Oh, well, that's nice of you.
Aw,
Good
so
son.
funny.
About that.
You might be a murderer, but at least you're a good son. A murderer.
Oh, it's time! No.
Who?
Fine by me. I was just thinking I was running out of asses to kick.
My sentinel's fixed. I can get back on the field. Please, Tommy, let me fight with you.
Alright, but take off your clothes.
Sentinel number 23.
It shows them lifting their shirt. I cannot. Oh, I don't recognize this clip. And somebody killed him immediately.
Sounds like Pangy sus.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
And I would never. I am fostering a community.
Are we gonna 50-50?
No, do not do this. Do not. No, why did they get? No! Why? Oh. This demon is asking me top or bottom? Middle. The middle, holy shit, you party like that? Damn, now I gotta join you. Ew. Oh no.
Jam. Well, how many men does it take to change a light bulb?
Oh no.
3. 1 to screwed in, and 2 to F Jim Howell. You said dilly butter?
A storm comes.
Agumon! Gabumon! Power of our sexy cute bots to the max!
We're done here. Take away the bodies.
You... Did I just die?
We're done here. Take away the bodies.
A slap that hurts both body and soul? Huh? Oh! She slapped the chicken? Also, I love that when she powers up, she literally is just... looks so funny.
How did you know that password?
I don't fucking know.
What?
Just say it.
I don't know how I knew.
This is just a guess, but... Carlos, did you possibly shift from another timeline?
Wait, shift? Shift. Shift.
I wonder what's happened to Carlos.
Take this.
Answer me.
I would never scam you guys. So...
Can I just say something? I'm actually really happy and I'm alive and Wright's dead. That's all I have to say.
Fuck you. What the shit is this? This is not bestie
You're
babe.
dead to me right now. You're dead.
There's a bet from Paul.
Yes.
Hungry Hippos
Let's
literally uses a dice.
It really doesn't. What are you talking about?
Hey guys, I cleared E tier earlier. Just saying.
Oh, that's a good... Yeah, that's a really good point.
Hey, how are you not the bad guy but still get me? Why
You ran
can't
out of
I-
bullets.
Okay,
That's
because
hilarious.
the witch wasted one of my bullets on killing Jam. So I tried to shoot Ja, but I had no bullets.
Teacher, it's gonna look like you're being executed, but you're actually being invited to a delicious brunch, and I hope that you enjoy.
Open your eyes and see what's eating. Some stranger is late for their meeting. Your rhymes are soft, like mashed potatoes.
Oh.
Again, so alone. That's just how it goes.
Oh.
To sum it all up in simple terms, for anyone that just didn't understand what happened, I worship the devil now. God is no more. I love pee-pee, and I hate pussy.
Lick, 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 lick.
Angie. Yes? Fuck you. Everything you said this morning was true.
Excision complete. Now place it in the tray. But we have to reconnect the vessel. There's a lot of blood in the way. The vessel area is clear. Now perform anastomosis.
Doctor!
You'll manually connect one side to the other. Doctor, you need to be more careful. The vessel's connected. Now suture it quickly. The aneurysm's been treated. Now we can relax. Let's close him up now. Cease magnification.
Anyways, guys. Oh, when are we going back to Chrono Cross? Shit. Oh, I should beat Chrono Cross before we do, Xenoblade. Maybe, I'll think about it.
Oh, it's hunting.
There we go. Are people going back in the basement? How could this happen?
I told him it was hunting! I don't think he listened! He never...
This is exactly what the dictionarium needed. Thank you. This is going straight into the dictionarium archives. Thank you. Oh, and now we get to see who won.
Probably Penny.
I'm dying. My boyfriend. First pick Ram.
Going out with friends is quite fun, actually.
My...
Losing to us.
What? The seed dispensary? What is happening? Every time you pick up a seed, it, well, this is awkward.
What are you doing?
Every time you pick up a plant, it gives you a seed for the plant. Plant in your teapot. Well, that was really bizarre. Oh no! Oh my god! That is so stupid! The green unit suicided into him!
Hi, Pangy.
Hey.
Yeah, this is super awkward. I'm gonna...
Do y'all have tasks?
I'm so confused about what happened at the end of last round. Somebody was passing a bomb between a big group?
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Oh my god.
I have the...
Leave me alone, Peggy! Run away, Frank! Frank, run away!
Doctors tell people their loved ones can't be cured. I'm going to make sure they won't have to. This has already...
Wait! No! Uproar is a continuous attack! No! He's not kickable. Unkickable. If you're ever doing a random hobby and you wanted to have a snack that's delicious, get this angel food cake, and you can take it and impress all of your friends. What? They basically didn't touch Steven except for Milk Me Mommy, who full inted. Wow. Wow. It actually happened. It actually happened. The 99.8%. I have no idea. I have no idea what we missed.
Bob jub g dodo do bobo bob jub g do.
Okay. Thank you, Tux. Yes, so we have... Yeah, I'm the engineer, so I escaped via vent to the south deck.
A likely story.
Heavy? You better watch your mouth.
Oh!
Oh, it seems we've touched a nerve. I do so enjoy inappropriate touching. I did blah, blah, blah. There's a snake down here. Oh my god. Okay. No, Natalie didn't join us for a long time. I actually have a conspiracy theory that he's not a day one player because he doesn't know any of the mechanics.
Are you alright with this? He killed your brother after all.
He did. But then I thought, he's nothing more than one common, ordinary Renan. He's not worthy of my time or my anger.
What?
So after everything, was the dream of coexisting just...
What? Oh, what just happened? Did Lupus kill Riku?
What a sorry...
Oh! Oh no! Ah! Oh my god, Kevin! What are you, Meow? I've never seen you around here before, Meow. Don't get yourself into trouble, Meow. Life here ain't as easy as you think, Meow. But I'll give you guys a break and teach you the ropes, Meow. A stray cat's life begins in the kitchen, Meow. Watch your peers and see where they go, Meow. Curiosity won't kill the cat, Meow. Stream DBFZ and everyone's gonna be sorry. Including me. Okay?
I want this to end!
Yeah, that's what you'll be saying. But every time I land an 18 Ultra, I'll be like... No...
We're way behind schedule.
No, Ja, that's... Listen, we're gonna do community night, but we need to talk first about meta units and not losing to defense. Now I understand LPT, there were 6 fights and you lost to 1. Shut up. I forgot.
We're way behind schedule.
I forgot what Billion does. Okay, that was my bad. That's not fault of anything. That was just me being a Baka-chan instead of taking the quick way out. Totoko, where are you? This skeeves me out to the core. What was that, Kev? Look at it. God, it's just so... I can't even, like, put it on my desk and leave it in plain sight. It's just that bad. It's not just any food, Cortex. This is pickled okra.
Now we can...
Merry Christmas to E-Tier and especially Aquatic for donating $50 worth of subs so that I have to eat this. So, as a great woman once said, itadakimasu. look at it, the insides. Looks like a pepper. Doesn't taste like one. And like, Tux did his best to try to convince me that it was fun. He was like, it's gonna be hard. You like hard things. End of conversation. All I'm gonna say is, people seem to be willing to forget that I was at Lights Round 1 all of the sudden, right? Like, we're just gonna forget that Pangy was there.
I mean,
doing his crew member
seeing you
dues,
there,
and
sorry.
now Shemate, look, it's too late for me to even argue since everyone has voted, so I'm gonna drag this out. I will monologue you.
Oh no! This is perfect.
You think this is the end to me? It's not the end. I'm gonna go get more wine right now.
Oh my god! Wait, come back.
Do you think I picked somewhere where somebody was and just said I was there? Fuck yes, I did.
I mean,
What do you think happened, Storm? Okay. It was me. I killed Dammy in front of your eyes, and I didn't. Hello, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the clips while I was away. I'm not gonna lie. I watched at least 10 minutes of clips because some of those are just so fun. Like, once I start watching one, I'm like, oh wait, what's the next one? There's just so many good times captured on stream. So we are so back. Lisa, welcome back. We'll see you in 2 hours. Yes. Definitely major spoilers from here on out, so I definitely would not recommend looking. Anyways, dinner was lovely. Let us continue. The unexpected halt of proceedings sent a clamor around the courtroom. But outside the Bailey, where Londoners knew nothing of the secret trial within, it was a typical still night. Then, at a little past 8 o'clock that evening, Mr. Sholmes and his partner returned to Baker Street. Has Doggo assumed his rightful place as a main character? He reappeared in the last chapter, Kroy. I'm not sure if we're gonna see him again. Sadly, the Doggo is an extension of Gina, and I'm thinking Gina's involvement in this affair is probably coming to an end, but don't quote me. I could be wrong. We have returned, my dear fellows. Welcome back to Britain, and thank you for your timely help. Think nothing of it. I believe you've had an even more wearing day than Migatoba and I, no? You could say that. We were on the brink of defeat in court earlier. So this prosecutor, Asugi, had you on the ropes, did he? And he's your best friend, you say? Well, he's not really the man I knew in Japan anymore. Kazuma's changed. Oh, Mr. Naruhodo. I mean, it's incredible. To think that he'd even entertain the idea of acting as the Reaper's assassin. Well, nevertheless, you must introduce me. After all, I've only ever met the young man as a corpse. So, wait a minute. Did we ever really examine that writing on the ground? Did we determine it was Russian, or... What does it say? Popidol? And all this started almost a year ago now. Mr. Sholmes still hasn't told us the truth about what really happened back then. About the motivation for what he himself described as a great detective's lie. Now then, I must say, it's really quite a journey all the way to France. Well, it is another country, Mr. Sholmes, so what news of Judge Jigoku? We took him to Scotland Yard. The investigating detectives there have a lot of questions for the man. Poor Professor Mikotoba. This must be quite a shock for him. Ah yes, I picked this up at the telegraph office on our way home. What is it? Surely you haven't forgotten already. I put upon you for the matter only yesterday. You put upon me, Sholmes. I had to fill out your telegram to Japan, and foot the bill as well. Oh, you've had a reply already? That was so what was so urgent though, Mr. Sholmes? Such matters can wait till later. I'm far too hungry for an involved conversation at present. Well, that's good news, because supper is ready, everyone. Ah, and what a feast it is. If I were none the wiser, I'd think the trial were won already. Roast beef, dippers, stew, steak and kidney pie, Yorkshire pudding. Tomorrow could be a very long day, so eat up. In that case, I think I'll seat myself just here. That is a big Santa Claus sack of laundry you have there, Kev. In that case, I think I'll seat myself just here. This place appears to be the only one set with a helping of pheasant as well. Oh, sorry, Hurley, not there. Why ever not? Are we in set places this evening? Yes, and that place is for Susie's daddy. Me? That's right, I made it especially for you, Professor Mickey. Okay, but what if he is actually her father? And she knows. I see. Well, that's terribly kind of you. It's a shame, really. What do you mean? Well, for a brief moment, I believed it. That Susie and I were half-sisters, I mean. Oh! Iris, do you mean? Yes, I know now. I overheard yesterday. I secretly listened in on the conversation you had after I tricked you all into thinking I'd left. What? The misunderstanding arose because of that autopsy report from 10 years ago. But actually, it turned out that neither Dr. Wilson nor Professor Mikotoba are Iris's father. Wait. Is it Sholmes? Yes, about that, Iris. You know, I know. You can't tell me at the moment. Oh, Iris. The pheasant is by way of an apology. I'm sorry for eavesdropping. Oh, no, that's quite all right. Why don't I get any apologetic pheasant? So just who is Iris's father? I suppose that's not something we'll be finding out today. So then, let us dine while our largely pheasantless plates are still piping hot. A fine idea, Sholmes. It all looks absolutely delicious. Eat as much as you like. There are always seconds. This could be our last chance to ask questions before tomorrow's trial. About that telegram from Japan and about Kazuma. Her father better not be Soseki. I can't let this opportunity slip away. Mr. Sholmes, what are you doing? Surely it's abundantly clear that I wasn't brooding over Mikotoba's refusal to share his pheasant with me. Nevertheless, I felt the need to withdraw from social circle for a while and look on with hungry eyes. Ah. Sorry, Hurley, but I cooked that pheasant especially for Susie's daddy. Even though I've played the role of father to you for far longer. Mr. Sholmes, could I discuss some things with you? Certainly, my dear fellow. I find myself quite in the mood for a spell of conversation. No doubt, you're hungry to learn more of my deep love of game. I can probably contain my curiosity on that one. You needn't look at me in that fashion. In what fashion? It seems that before we discuss the pheasant, we have some rather unpheasant matters to discuss. So, what was in the telegram you received back from Japan then? Ah, this! I thank my lucky stars it arrived in time. Record found as indicated. Duplicate follows. K. Asugi, A. Shin, T. Gregson, J. Wilson. What? Those 4 names? We've come across that exact same list before. They came up in that unforgettable case last spring. What appeared to be the simple case of aggravated murder turned out to be masking monumental intrigue. A plot that involved the sale of British governmental secrets to foreign states. In exposing the means by which those secrets were being leaked, we deciphered a fragment of a message. A. Asugi, A. Shin, A. Gregson, J. Wilson. But we didn't find the names out until after the case was over, and we never did get to the bottom of what they meant. All we knew was that the information had been sent by somebody in the British government to somebody in Japan. So, why are the names coming up again now? Yes. Where did the sender of your telegram discover them, Mr. Sholmes? I have the message I had wired yesterday. Allow me to read it to you. Enter Judge Jigoku's office undetected and investigate telegram records. Expect to find communication from Britain dated 1 year ago. List of 4 names. Need by tomorrow. Naruhodo. I sent it to a detective I know who specializes in clandestine missions of this nature. You asked Inspector Hosonaga to take such an onerous task for you? I do like Hosonaga. I'm sad that he wasn't in this game at all past the first one. And in my name? Wonder what guise he opted for this time. My dear fellows, it was a matter of great urgency, you understand? Yeah, Hosanaga's great. Anyway, the list of names was found in Seishiro's office, as Sholmes predicted. So you mean that mysterious collection of names that was sent from Britain to Japan was... It was sent to Judge Jigoku. He was the intended recipient. But why? I don't believe it. But that doesn't answer the question of what the list of names actually signifies. So, okay, let's think about that for a second. Shin was, the girl with the bird hat. Evil Haru. She killed Wilson. And Kazuma was supposed to kill... Gregson. Okay. Did Kazuma do it? Maybe. Why would Judge Jigoku be hearing about this, though? Is this some revenge plot to kill Englishmen because Genshin Asugi died in Britain? That's a weak theory, but that's the only thing I can think of right now. I did formulate a hypothesis about that. But without a shred of evidence, I couldn't possibly have shared it. Mr. Sholmes. Looks deadly serious for once. That tragedy we had to go through on the SS Beria. So, remind me, friends, those of you that are Ace Attorney, Great Ace Attorney enthusiasts, did we get to the bottom of this writing? Yeah. We did. Because I suddenly started thinking, what if it's something else? It was part of the chapter the crewman wrote in Russian trying to frame Ryunosuke. It says wardrobe. But... what if it doesn't? Maybe I'm tinfoil hatting too much. It was all for nothing. Kazuma wasn't dead at all. We were completely taken in by the lie you told us, your great detective's lie. And my tinfoil hat is growing another tinfoil hat, yes. As it does sometimes, because sometimes these games go way out of left field, okay? So I gotta be ready for anything sometime. It's just like Undernight. Don't make me elaborate on that. I took no pleasure in deceiving you. However, at the time, all that concerned me was preventing the young man's study tour from taking place, whatever the costs. I capitalized on the events that transpired to see what was sent back to Japan. His remains, you mean? Precisely, Miss Susato. And then, I made sure that somebody else was sent to Britain in his stead. Oh my, you mean... the arrangement between our two countries was already in place. One university student lawyer and one judicial assistant to be accommodated on a study tour. In other words, by arranging for someone else to fill the place originally intended for Mr. Asugi. I would successfully prevent the man from arriving on our shores for several years at least. Wait, dude, you mean to say that it was all in aid of stopping Kazuma coming to Britain? That's why you... Think back, Mr. Naruhodo. Was there not somebody who quite casually urged you to continue on the voyage to England? Terms of the study tour were negotiated by the Department of Justice in both Great Britain and Japan. In the light of Mr. Asugi's unfortunate death, I'm afraid the study tour can no longer go ahead. My dear fellows, the majority of problems have an extremely simple solution, you know. All you require is one lawyer and the study tour can continue, surely. There's no one else with the necessary qualifications. We know of no other lawyer. The voyage to London still promises a good month of time. What? You did? Ample opportunity, I would say, to find yourselves another suitable lawyer. So, you manipulated me? I've often remarked on the extraordinary lengths to which friendship will drive a man. I was quite sure that you would rise to the challenge for your late friend. I don't believe it. But if it was all contrived, I mean, what happened was treated by the authorities as murder. A woman was mistakenly arrested as the perpetrator. What do you suppose became of her? Naturally, I don't know. I didn't allow the misapprehension to have any serious repercussions. I subsequently explained everything and assisted the unfortunate soul in finding the foreign refuge she sought. I seem to remember Miss Susato and I had some rather strong words for her. Well, she was certainly not devoid of all guilt. She deserved every word, I'm sure. Wonder if she made it to America then. I'm afraid I simply cannot comprehend it. Nikolina Pavlova, I know. But why? Yeah, okay. I was literally gonna say, but why would they go to all these lengths? And Susato literally is asking. Why were you so determined to stop Kazuma-sama from reaching Britain? The truth is, 12 months ago, there was already a very tangible omen of the impending tragedy, you see. Oh! An omen that, at this very moment in time, is close at hand. Omen of all these tragic events that already existed a year ago is close at hand? We need to find out exactly what Mr. Sholmes knows. An omen. There's nothing new for us to talk about, huh? Ah. There is something in the court record. Hey, Eddie. Happy Saturday. How's it going? Welcome to another episode of Objection! How's Ayuden treating you? Is it the machine parts? It's going good just playing some WoW. Oh, nice. Ayuden is so good. I'm looking forward to it so much. So much. I'm pretty sure that my boyfriend is getting it for me for my birthday, so we will have it soon.
How'd you find out?
When's the birthday? So tomorrow is actually my birthday. Storytime says, Kurt! Yeah, so tomorrow's the birthday. We're gonna do like an evening stream tomorrow, and it will feature 2 friends that are visiting, one Proto Badger and one ex-supportive, so, it's gonna be a lovely time. Oh, there is one in question, yes. Yes. Okay, I need to figure out what I'm supposed to present to him.
Wow, it's so much fun!
He found this, so They sound like they're from Essex? Yeah, well, the 3 of us together, naturally. We will complete the Essex trifecta. And cause a lot of chaos in the city I live. And in the general Los Angeles area. Okay, what? We love chaos? We do. And there's going to be alcohol and delicious food. Kevin's going to love it! I know he is. My poor heart can't stand the chaos. No, Rosen, you also love chaos. And betrayal. And drama. Also, Kevin just said we're not from Essex, but like... My parents definitely live in Essex, Connecticut, so next question. But they did until they moved.
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
They're not from...
Kevin, are you just Googling Coventry on your phone? I don't hear an S6 accent. It's because I only have it when
Y'all are the ghettos of people.
No comment on what Kevin said, but we only communicate with the accent to each other, that's why. It's like a secret code. It's like speaking another language, no one can understand us. Yeah. Anyways, I am delighted to hear that, Ayuden is treated well. I've heard a lot of good things about it. Okay, so I'm trying to think of what we could use to make Sholmes talk. There was no room for doubt with your instructions in this telegram, Mr. Sholmes. You were very clear that it was Judge Jigoku's office that should be searched, so... Okay, so it looks like we kind of lucked out with this presentation. It was just the first thing that I'm like, maybe we just need to, like, ask further questions. That's the line of thinking. You obviously knew that's where the list of names would be found. A. Asuki, A. Shin, T. Gregson, J. Wilson. Sholmes mentioned that the list was sent to Japan a year ago. Right. So it's really interesting that 3 out of 4 of the people are dead, and the 4th was pretending to be dead. It happens, yeah, common problem. But we only learned of those 4 names just over 6 months ago now. And only because they appeared as part of a top-secret government communications that were leaked. By the iconic juror, right? The one with the Morse code? She was best. She was best girl. That's true, yes. But at the time, you were unaware of the background. You see, those 4 names were wired to Japan. Around 6 months before that, approximately this time last year, in fact, when you were both still in Japan. Let's call her in as a witness. Yeah, I agree, Dots. I miss her too. Juror number 5, I think it was. It really should be hypocrisy on my part to reprove others for intercepting state secrets. Because after all, I'm perpetually eavesdropping on communications between British and Japanese governments. You're perpetually doing what? How? Never mind the details, Iris. But you should know. No secret is safe from Herlock Sholmes when he has designs of knowing it. Oh my, Mr. Sholmes, what a fabulous line. Now, 1 month after the list of 4 names was wired to the recipient, Jigoku, in Japan, Dr. John H. Wilson was murdered. How recent? Wait. 1 month after. Okay. As soon as I learned of the incident, a hypothesis rapidly took shape in my mind. As it turned out, I was partially correct, and partially mistaken. Nevertheless, it was the beginning of all the tragic events that were to follow. Mr. Sholmes, please, tell us all you know. Tell us about these 4 names and the tragedy to which they're all somehow connected. As I said, when I learned of Dr. Wilson's murder in Japan, my mind immediately turned to those 4 names, because you see, there was someone else on the list who I believed to be recently deceased. What? Who? A Shin, as it was transcribed in Japanese script. In actual fact, Miss Assassin. That was a familiar name to me. She was a professional killer, well known among London's unsavory classes. Oh, I see. But she had completely vanished from existence several months before Wilson's murder. So I came to the logical conclusion that she had herself been killed. And accordingly, I became fearful for the lives of the remaining 2 persons on the list. Ah, Kei Asuki and T. Gregson. Owing to our proximity, I decided to take measures to protect Gregson myself. But I determined it would be safest if young Asuki were to stay away from Britain. Ah, so that's why you went to such lengths to prevent his study tour from going ahead. Exactly. So you already knew who Kazuma-sama was, Mr. Sholmes.
Oh yes, Sholmes and I have exchanged correspondence for years. I'd recounted many tales about Asuki to him in my letters, and the news of Dr. Wilson's death, of course.
So, Dr. Wilson is dead then? I didn't know.
Oh, Iris.
I know he wasn't my daddy, but still. That's very sad.
I absolutely love how this case implies or reveals that Sholmes had known so much all along, was basically just fucking the rest of the cast for years.
Yeah, Dots. Well, I'm not sure if you were here at this point when we were doing the deduction. I was saying, like, wait. Sholmes actually knows exactly what's going on, and he just decided... Like, does that mean in all the other deductions, he was just being batshit insane just for the purpose of testing the main character? And like, it's very, very funny to me. So Sholmes is kind of like the secret hero of this game, and that makes him even more iconic. Because you're basically led to believe for the entire first game, and 4 out of 5 chapters in this game, that he's just a nutcase. He's the most iconic. Yeah, he might be the best character in this game, if that's true. Because I always like smart characters. Except for Yukiko. Anyway, give me a quick second. I'm gonna go refill my drink. Be right back. Hello. Filling the hallowed chalice again? I did. And this time it's full of limoncello iced tea.
Oh, fuck me!
Kevin, there is
Go
plenty,
on, have it.
There is plenty of limoncello in there for you. Not me randomly finding P5 Tactica still unopened. We don't have to open it. That's the thing. About P5 Tactica, no one's making you open that and play it. I was interested in Tactica, but I've seen some super mixed feelings. Yeah.
Oh, Jordan, how about you do something a little bit more productive? And do your RTA period.
Ain't no way that's gonna happen, Kev. We can, however, make Steven play RTA when he's here. Yeah. Yeah. Actually, Jordan, we might all... I'm gonna re-gear your account when you... Just so you're aware. My count is perfect. I'll be the judge of
Yeah,
that.
well, we don't like liars, Jordan. So...
I just believe the last MVP might have been, Bubble Wand. Oh, neat. The FF16 event is still going on in FF14. Nice, buddy Chris. I have not played FF14 since, I think, January, but... I was randomly reminded of something. There's a Genshin rumor going around about being able to use friend units in Abyss soon. Really? I heard that they're adding endgame content. Very exciting. Okay, let's continue. I'm so sorry, Iris. We knew the significance of the name, obviously, but we just couldn't bring ourselves to tell you. No. When is additional Chi-Chi content? Who? Just kidding. We'll probably do Genshin at some point. I honestly don't know when I'm gonna stream Genshin next. It's a toss-up. No. But what you just told us, Mr. Schultz, doesn't completely tie in with facts. There's one big hole in your hypothesis. A big hole, Mr. Naruhodo. Yes. You mean about Asashin, I presume. Oh, of course. Exactly. She wasn't killed, was she? She was in Japan, posing as a visiting student under the assumed name Giselle Brett. I'm glad you're keeping up, my dear fellow, but I only became aware of that fact 2 days ago in the foyer of the Great Waterloo Hotel. And upon hearing that startling revelation, the hypothesis that I'd formed surrounding those 4 names was completely turned topsy. What? Topsy? What do you mean when you say your hypothesis was turned topsy, Mr. Schultz? I had believed all 4 names on the list to be the names of victims. However, I was mistaken. Very much so, Asashin was a killer. So this telegram is a list of both victims and killers, is it? Even? Found you. Just a few more hours? I know! You'll be here in like, 15 hours. Turns topsy, let me know when it turns versy. Buddy Chris. You have to get through one more singing night though, Steven, so prepare by vocal cords. Indeed, it would seem that Miss Shin was dispatched from Britain with the sole intention of dispatching Miss Dr. Wilson. Yes, Steven. Tomorrow will be great. I'm looking forward to it. And as for now, we are passing the time with Great Ace Attorney and later Among Us for Chimazing's birthday. Her visiting student status being merely a front. Ah. Which would of course explain why no motive could be determined for her actions. So the real reason Dr. Wilson was killed by assassin is because he was the target of an assassination. And forearmed with that knowledge, fresh consideration of this telegram, Clive is small. Right. Right, Clive. We love Clive. Target of an assassination. Anyway, the game is just catching up to my genius, because I already identified that Kazuma was supposed to target, Gregson. An ally has been slain. Wait, you think Kevin? Oh yeah, Kevin's gonna be playing League later, just so you're aware. But you'll be busy with Among Us, so you mustn't. Puts the list in a very different perspective. What do you mean? Well, does it not strike you? There is another among the four who subsequently became a visiting student. Oh, is that how Jordan said it? Oh! Wait. But of course, a name you know only too well. You mean Kazuma? Oh! Iris? Oh! He did say in court earlier. 31st October, I accompanied Inspector Gregson to Dunkirk in order to carry out a mission. Mission was assassination of the Mark. Right, and he's talking about Gregson. Young Mr. Asugi accepted that mission a year ago now. Surely not. In conclusion, this document is a contract of sorts. An international agreement, one might say, detailing an assassin exchange. Assassin exchange? How could Kazuma possibly have gotten involved in something like that? I have to wake up around 5 to drive for your flight. How long is the flight from where you are to here? Probably 2.5 hours? Oh my god, you guys are getting up at the time I wake up for work on weekdays. My body actually tried to wake me up this morning at 5:30 and I was like, no. And I slept in until 8 and felt like I overslept. Two and a half. By the way, Jordan, I think I'm withholding Doghouse until Tuesday. I think Doghouse is one of the last places that we will go on our adventure. Yeah, Doghouse. You're gonna love it, Steven. Usually wake up around 6 or 7. Well, we'll see about that after a night of excessive water. Korean water. Let's assume that we have two parties, each wishing to dispose of a distinct individual. Those two parties can make a contract to swap their respective assassination targets. Essex, Korean water. That would be an assassin exchange. So, to begin with, the British assassin is dispatched as a visiting student to Japan where she kills her target. And then the Japanese assassin is dispatched as a visiting student to Britain in order to eliminate his target. Assassin exchange Essex, Korean water. Love. It certainly does sound like an exchange. But what on earth is the point? Don't forget, Naruhodo, that the British assassin at least escaped conviction. Thanks to diplomatic immunity afforded by consular jurisdiction. Oh yes. Such jurisdiction should be null and void under the terms of the new treaty between our two countries. The fact that it was brought into play suggests intervention at the very highest level. Highest levels? Bedtime for you. I hope that you have an amazing birthday tomorrow. Alright, Vic. See you later. Thank you for tuning in. And if you're around tomorrow, feel free to stop by. These murders were two sides of the same coin, linked not by a common motive, but by contractual agreement. Woohoo! Alright, see you tomorrow then. As such, they appeared utterly unrelated, yet in time, the assassins were complicit in one singular devilish scheme. Oh my god, so will we. Yeah, we'll be starting the stream tomorrow around now, probably. Because I think we're gonna have a busy day. Like, I was mapping out the times to Kevin earlier, and I was like, we might not get back here until like 6:30, and that means sojuing and cooking begins at 6:30, which the stream probably will start around 7. The sojourning, if you will, instead of sojuing. That disassociation and the safeguard of diplomatic immunity were, I believe, the motivation behind the plot. But wait a minute, Sholmes. If this telegram really is describing the exchange of assassins as you're suggesting, sounds like a cooking stream in the making. I could shaky cam stream for a bit. I wonder if Essex talks about us as much as we do. Yeah, we'll find out. It would mean that the Japanese killer's target was never Seishiro Jikoku at all. It would mean Asogi's target was actually Inspector Gregson. Yes, that's correct. We already got their game, but listen, why is Judge Jikoku aware of the plot? He's in on it. What? Kazuma was here for Gregson? So Judge Jikoku wasn't actually the mark. Yes, that's exactly what it would mean. I hold myself personally responsible for failing to keep the inspector safe. Mr. Sholmes. I told him of my fears and implored him to seek a transfer to an overseas position. Obviously, with the young pickpocket in tow. Yes, Gina. Come to think of it, Inspector Gregson did mention that to us at the Great Exhibition. That he'd be transferring to the Paris police and taking Gina with him. But without informing me, he engaged in one last assignment, it seems. And sadly, it turned out to be his very last. This is too much to take in. Alright everyone, that's quite enough of all that serious talk for one day. Isn't it, Hurley? I mean, look at the time! Ah, quite right, Iris. We must conclude our preparations for tomorrow. What preparation? Well, I think I shall make my way back to my hotel room now. This has certainly been a night to remember. It is a little bit sad, though. I mean, I like the idea of you being my daddy. Because then, Susie would have been my big sister. Sorry, Iris. I know, Iris. I was thinking quite the same thing. Were you? But if somebody like me would be worthy, I would be delighted to become your sister. What? Really? Yes, without question. So, you'll teach me the ways, you know, to throw Runo to the floor? Ah. Yeah, Mikotoba's not my cup of tea, but... Yes, of course. It would be my pleasure. Yeah, he does. He also does the taps, which is fun. Yeah, when we started the GAA segment, Storytime immediately was like, where's Dawson Steven? You didn't have to agree quite so readily. Oh, but wait a minute. If Susie's going to be my big sister, you could be my big brother if you want, you know. I mean, yes, of course. If you'll have me, I'll gladly be your brother. Well done, Iris. We must always be mindful of feelings. I've raised you so well! Ha ha ha! Alright, Steven. Good luck with this singing. And, we will see you tomorrow. Because being sensitive is your strong suit, naturally. Yeah! Safe travels, Steven. Right, I'm going to work extra hard for tomorrow now, because it's for my big brother and sister. What is all this talk about preparing for tomorrow? Preparing what? You'll just have to wait and see. Oh. Good luck in court tomorrow. I'm expecting a sterling performance. I'll do my very best, of course. So the overnight break in the trial's proceedings became a crucial turning point, exposing new truths whilst posing new conundrums. That list of 4 names on the telegram in Judge Chikoku's office, and the extraordinary assassination plot in which my best friend had somehow become involved. I felt as though I had been plunged into an even greater darkness all of a sudden. But at the same time, I felt sure I would see the light again soon. Because I was lucky enough to have the most wonderful family in the world standing steadfastly behind me. Aw, he even considers Sholmes to be family. That's so cute. Trial Part 2! Alright, before I get into it, guys, give me 1 second. I am going to just close some windows because I'm getting a little chilly. I will be right back. Okay, I am back. Into the second part of the trial we go. Hearing from Jigoku should be interesting. Alright, we're back at the Old Bailey. Before we begin today, I have a brief announcement. As with the closed trial 10 years ago, some astonishing facts have come to light in these proceedings. The revelation that the well-known Reaper is actually an organization illegally executing its own brand of justice, and the discovery that a respected yard inspector was at its heart until he himself perished in an assassination plot. Well, I say to all members of the judiciary here present on this occasion that we will stop at nothing to uncover the whole truth behind these disturbing findings. Counsels, will you undertake this trial with the resolve to pursue the truth to the bitter end? Resolve? Yes, that's my intention. My lord, if I may inquire, the defendant may speak. On what grounds is Kazuma Asogi permitted to continue in his role as prosecutor? He has admitted to colluding with the victim in a plot to assassinate an innocent man. He shouldn't be enjoying the privilege of freedom, let alone be leading the prosecution. I submitted a written petition to Lord Strongheart, requesting that judgment of my transgressions be delayed by 1 day. You did what? In today's proceedings, I intend to expose everything. Let's call an Ouchie to prosecute. Fan-chan? The guy with the weird hair? My whole life for the last 10 years has all been leading up to this 1 day. Kazuma. Whatever the outcome of this trial, I give my word that I will accept whatever punishment is deemed appropriate, however severe. And I suggest you prepare yourself for the same. Kazuma is bristling with hostility today. I get the distinct impression we're headed into very dangerous territory. Is that really even Kazuma-sama standing before us? As an extreme exception to normal practices, I have granted the prosecutor's requests. The defense finds this acceptable, I presume. Yes, my lord. In that case, in the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session again. We resume the closed hearing of Barrick Van Zeeks. The defense is ready, my lord. Prosecution is more than ready. Very well, then. This preamble has taken long enough. Prosecutor Asaki, begin. As you wish, my lord. Prosecution calls the first witness to the stand. Bring Seishiro Jigoku into the courtroom. At last, then, we've reached the final battle. He's putting literally everything on the line now in order to get the truth. Come on, Ryunosuke. It's time for that steely resolve, because this is going to test it to the limit. Witness, state your name and occupation for the court. Ah, so it was you who issued this, was it? Wait, what's his name, story time? The tutorial prosecutor is normally named Pain. Ah, and his name is Ouchie, like, Ouchie! You're Sampona. I did what was necessary. Ha ha ha! Well, look what the young man has become. I didn't think I'd see the day when you take that tone with me, I must say. The witness will ensure his responses are pertinent to the questions asked. My name is Seishiro Jigoku, a Supreme Court judge from the Empire of Japan. 16 years ago, this man came to London as a visiting student. 6 years later, he returned to Japan. As well as presiding over the Supreme Court, he's also currently Japan's Minister of Foreign Affairs. I am of course fully aware of Mr. Jigoku and his preeminent roles. I invited him personally to the International Forensic Science Symposium as a representative of his country. I hear he also played a key role in the conclusion of the Anglo-Japanese Treaty of Friendship and Navigation. It was a great honor to be involved in the negotiations. I put my all into that treaty. Judge Jigoku, I must ask. Well, I never fancy the young, murdering students turning up here of all places. You acquitted me yourself. And now, I'm a practicing defense lawyer. Yes, and full of self-importance, like your friend across the courtroom, I see. Oh, please. You came here to London by invitation to the International Forensic Science Symposium. But then, without informing anyone of your plans, you took flight to France. Took flight? I'd have to object to that turn of phrase. Then explain yourself. What exactly were the circumstances? Well, I was somewhat expecting this. And I'm sorry to say, I decline to comment. What? Leaving the country prematurely when I was an invited guest may be questionable etiquette. But my decision is unrelated to this case. I can't be bound to testify. Unrelated, you say? I appreciate that a respected police inspector has been killed, for which I offer my condolences. However, being an alien, I'd obviously never met the man, nor do I know the first thing about him. As such, I'm in no position to testify. It's as simple as that. So you would run from all this? I beg your pardon. This case is more far-reaching than the murder of Inspector Gregson. It has ties to another murder, a case that was tried in Japan almost a year ago now. A year ago in Japan. The murder of Dr. John H. Wilson, you mean? That's right. And you, Judge Jigoku, are at the heart of both cases. The defense has evidence to prove it. Well, Ryunosuke, I see from the look in your eyes that you're resolved to carry this through to the very end, too. Let's see your evidence, then. What proof do you have that Seishiro Jigoku is involved in this case?
Take that!
This is a telegram detailing a communication sent between Britain and Japan approximately 1 year ago. The communication contained 4 names: A. Asugi, A. Shin, T. Gregson, and J. Wilson. Ah! He's pissed! You little... Where did you get that? In Tokyo. From your office, Judge Jigoku. What? How on earth did you... What's this all about? Why is my name on that list? This list of 4 names follows a certain pattern. T. Gregson and J. Wilson are the names of victims. A. Asugi and A. Shin are the names of assassins. Is there any way that this isn't true? Why is Kazuma acting like he shouldn't be on that list? That's throwing me off a little bit. What if Assassin was killed by someone else? Although the photographer took the fall for it. "20 more minutes until the tornado watch is supposedly over." Oh my god, are you okay? Maybe he's confused. He just found out that guy is an alien! No. Just spring Oklahoma thing? You know, I'm pretty sure I've told you this on stream before, Rosen. But when I drove across country in 2014, Oklahoma City was lit. A year ago in Tokyo. Well, I stayed in Oklahoma City. And it was nice. Oh! I liked Oklahoma, actually. Driving through it, it was very pretty. Probably wouldn't live there. But I digress. Also, I think Jammin is from Oklahoma. It's very cheap. Yeah. Fair enough. Dr. John H. Wilson's life was taken in a Western-style restaurant in the capital. The culprit was found to be a visiting student who went by the name Giselle Brett. But her real name was Asa Shin, a professional killer sent on a mission to kill from Great Britain. A. Shin and her victim, Jay Wilson. And the murder that just took place here in London was the counterpart of that crime. An assassin sent from Japan, also a visiting student, Kazuma Asuki, whose victim was the British police inspector, Tobias Gregson. Bow. Happy Saturday, Bow. Hello! Will you be joining us for Among Us tonight? K. Asuki and T. Gregson. One assassin from each country to kill a target residing in the other. Perhaps, I'll let you know. Okay. We'll be starting in about 30 minutes. And it is my friend Chamazing's birthday today, so we're going to be playing with her. And it's gonna be amazing. So, 30 minutes until the AB room closes. And what exactly is the defense suggesting? These two cases of murder, one that took place in Britain and one in Japan, were masterminded by a pair of individuals from each country as a form of assassin exchange. And the telegram the defense has acquired is proof of this international contract to kill. What? Telegram was found in your office, Judge Shikoku. In other words, the mastermind in Japan was you. Judge Shikoku? What's this all about? And you, Kazuma. You lied. During yesterday's proceedings, you acknowledged that you'd accepted the assassination mark. But the mark wasn't Judge Shikoku at all. It was T. Gregson, Detective Inspector of Scotland Yard, as shown by the name on the killing contract. Very impressive, Ryunosuke. But actually, I didn't lie. The name of the target I was ordered to kill was never... Oh. The name of the target I was ordered to kill never passed my lips yesterday. Hey, Mitch. Happy Saturday. Among Us is in 30 minutes, so please get ready. Drink, but don't drink too much. We don't want you passing out. The idea that Seishiro Jigoku was the mark came entirely from you. You deliberately avoided saying a name? The defense claims these 4 names indicate some sort of international assassin exchange. Yes, Strongheart, and I'm just gonna say this. If Judge Jigoku was the one in Japan arranging for the arrangement, you were the one in Britain doing it. Okay? We already figured this out. But he's playing dumb, so let's see what happens.
Hun, sweetie, love, darling.
Literally. I'm sure I speak for all present when I say that the very idea seems utterly absurd. Well, Mr. Jigoku, what do you have to say for yourself? Silence only proves his guilt. There's another very important point that this new development brings to light. There's now a distinct possibility that the scene of Inspector Gregson's actual murder. Pause! What's up, Pause? Happy Saturday. Pause, will you be joining us for the Among Us in 30 minutes tonight, by chance? I wonder if there is fan art of Strongheart wearing the Gossip's fake lips. I really would prefer never to see those lips again. Pause, that looks like a yes! Was in the witness's cabin aboard the SS Grouse. You have a commission to submit? Don't do it. Don't do it, buddy Chris! Judge Jigoku, you have to testify now. To refuse would put you in contempt of the court. We do need something new to replace Mingtong and Beltong. So what you're saying is you want to get Pika in on it. Ha ha ha! There's no need for quite such a vicious stare, young man. How can this be topped, though? So Ming Tong is gone. The command is gone. Because... No. We did not delete it. We did not delete it. The link expired. Because it was a Discord link. And apparently Discord links disappear after, like, 6 years. Okay? 6 years you guys had Ming Tong. We need a sound command of Aunt Sandra saying, oh, it's going to be strong. We actually do have Sandra commands. I think there's 3 of them. Rest in peace, Angel. I know. Yeah, try the Sandra commands out. And you know what? It wouldn't be my birthday if we didn't watch Sandra videos for a little bit.
Kids are gonna love them. Everybody loves them.
Yeah, there's that one.
They're unique and they're smart.
That might...
Baby.
Okay, there was a 3rd one. Yeah.
Happy
Okay.
birthday.
Oh, thanks, Diamond. Tomorrow, though. Tomorrow is the birthday. Today, Chamazing's birthday. Tomorrow, my birthday. You want Ina commands? I don't have Ina. The day after is my 2nd birthday. Thank you, Jordan. Your birthday was earlier this week. Enough. Very well, then. As a parting gift to you all, I'll tell you everything I know. As a parting gift?
So sad.
It seems this Japanese gentleman has information that the court must hear about the alleged assassin exchange and the events of the night of 31st October. Present your formal testimony now. As you wish, my lord. Dun 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 dun. It's true that Kazuma Asuki was assigned the assassination mission 1 year ago now. The target was Inspector T. Gregson. That was a condition of the British study tour. However, in the end, something happened that meant the young man was unable to carry out his mission. On the evening in question, a member of the crew was on duty outside my cabin at all times. Assassin? Diamond? You just got it. Stop it. Stop it! You're making fun of me! If there'd been a shot fired, the crewmen would have heard it. So clearly I can't be involved. You paid them off, sir. So you admit it then. As this communication suggests, there really was an assassin exchange arrangement between Britain and Japan. A political endeavor at the highest levels. Not something I can discuss here. I never noticed until now. Does that make me bad at the game? No, it just... You didn't know almost everyone's name in this game is a pun. Almost everyone. Not really the Japanese characters are not really. Although Many Memo was a pun. Yeah, right in Many Memo. A political endeavor at the highest level, not something I can discuss here. I miss Iesanosa. Who was that? To use such a worthy practice as a foreign study to coerce somebody to commit murder. It's the most appalling thing I've ever heard. Right, I was gonna say it's yes, no, something. Yes, sir, no, sir, right. Yes, sir, no, sir. Be a hot summer boy. Ricardo? Hello? It's me. Wait, this is a test to make sure you're not a bot. Do you like Robopon? Okay, answer. I'm waiting. That's part of my lore. I'm aware. Yes. Ricardo, I'm gonna direct you to the lists. Please see entry number 159 on the lists.
Oh!
Mm-hmm. That's right. Robopon. Appalling. Well, it's easy to judge. Long time didn't watch you or friends play. Now I'm back. Yeah. So what, you gave up on Twitch for like a few years? What happened? Pardon. Asugi had a reason for taking his sword to that British inspector, you know. What? Which is why he accepted the mission in the first place. Isn't that right, Council? Kazuma-sama? Judge Shigoku, if you are the mastermind behind this operation in Japan, then tell the court the identity of your counterpart in Britain. I'm not obliged to divulge that information. As I said yesterday, I've killed nobody. I freely admit that I accepted the mission, but on the night the plan was to be executed, I backed out. In short, the assassin exchange that the defense has identified is unrelated to the events of this case. The crucial point is this. Your police inspector can't have perished aboard that steamship in Dunkirk. Because if he'd been shot in the cabin, it's inconceivable that a member of the crew wouldn't have heard it. They did plug the sound type thing, remember? And actually, Robopon LOL. Yes, thank you, Ricardo. I put it on the list as kind of a meme, but, you know, if I run out of things to play one day, you never know. Okay. Following departure from Fort Dunkirk. Wait. What's Gregson's autopsy? Wait, what day was he discovered again? Robopon Alchemist's Code? Uh-oh. Alright, well anyways, Ricardo, what's going on with you? What's new? Okay. Okay. So, this is very important. So, Judge Shigoku's lying, which means he might have actually done it. That's right. Rogal acquired. I might have to skip Among Us tonight. Why, Jordan? Gregson was killed after returning to London, in the room on Fresno Street. And the perpetrator of the crime was the Reaper, Barrick Van Zeeks. Prosecution's accusation remains unchanged. Laundry, packing, and sleep. Alright, well, Jordan, if you have to miss it, you have to miss it. But we'll see. To think that a seemingly innocent foreign exchange program was a facade for such Machiavellian dealings. Clearly, it's a plot only a government minister and a high-ranking judge, such as the witness, could hope to execute. Well, I seem to recall that it was someone on the British side who controlled everything. Fire Emblem DS, the sequel Japan only got 96 characters. I hate it. Oh, Fire Emblem 12? Is that what you're playing? Why? I actually don't mind that game. It is a jerk, though. I just love all Fire Emblems, and that is the truth. Be that as it may, it is not the place of this court to pursue this villainous assassin exchange plot. Because you're involved in it, bitch. We are concerned only with the tangible events pertaining to the murder of Inspector Gregson. Fire Emblem 5 Tactica. Is the defense clear on that point, counsel? Yes, my lord. I'll keep that in mind as I cross-examine the witness. It's true Kazuma Asugi was assigned the assassination mission 1 year ago. Hold it! A year ago. When Kazuma was still in Japan, then. Correct. It was the examination center for applicants for the study tour that I approached him. I'll never forget it. I remember exactly what you said. You just came out and asked me forthright if I'd consider traveling to Britain on an assassination mission. Surely not. I thought it was a joke at first, of course. But then, it was made clear to me that if I didn't accept, I wouldn't be considered for the study tour. Or only Persona Q stands? Yeah, it's true. I need to play Persona Q 2 still. The music in that game is a banger. And just between you and me, I never actually finished Persona Q 1. So you agreed to it, just for that? And on top of it, Jordan, I don't even think I got far in the game. I was at... What's that? Oh. I was only at the part with the, like, creepy baby that comes after you, which I think is, like, the second or third area. You'll never see it coming. Lately, I kind of understand why Auntie don't watch anime. Alright, Ricardo, rewind and edit. So you agreed to it just for that? I mean, I know how much you wanted to study in England, but assassination? Yeah. That's what they call me in Rio. Story time, don't ask questions. The Empire of Japan had accepted a proposal from the British Empire at the time, an agreement to send a student from each country to the others to deepen cultural understanding and friendship. But behind the scenes, the chosen students were to be given assassination missions. I had no choice but to accept the proposal that originated from my British counterpart. Why? Why didn't you expose the plot there and then? Britain acknowledges no part of these alleged misbegotten dealings. I advise you not make spurious allegations, Foreign Minister Jagok. Yeah, because you are so guilty! What do you do when you're standing at a trial where the judge is a part of the guilty party? What do you do? Throw eggs at him, you cry. And he's coming to Brazil to watch Madonna? No. Try again. As a witness, I am bound to tell the truth, my lord. Madonna lives in Copacabana Beach. Anyway, I picked Asugi and explained the details of the plan to him. The target was Inspector T. Gregson. That was a condition of the British study tour. Hold it! Why Kazuma? Why did you pick him as the assassin? He was the most capable of the applicants, and in addition, I knew his desire to travel to Britain was very strong. In fact, it was almost more than a desire. It was his whole purpose in life. Yes, as his best friend, I can certainly attest to that. The way he threw himself into his studies, the way he pursued becoming qualified as a lawyer. It was all ultimately for that one single goal of being accepted on a study tour to Britain. And of course, we know the reason behind that. Ricardo, what you talking about? This is a very silly plot point. We don't know if this is as far as it's gonna go, buddy Chris. He was determined to find out for himself the truth about his father, Genshin Asugi, exactly. There's nothing I wouldn't have done to get here. Be that agreeing to assume the role of an assassin, or betraying people's trust. Well, you certainly did a fine job of betraying mine, Asugi. But why was Inspector Gregson the target? I have no idea. Those were the orders from Britain. I was in no position to question them. You have no idea? Really? I find that hard to believe. Oh, do you? Judge Jigoku was once a visiting student here in Britain, himself, of course. Singing for free? Oh my god, Ricardo, I hope you have a great time. Perhaps he has some connection with Inspector Gregson from that time. The defense really ought to catch up. With what? With the fact that the assassin exchange has absolutely nothing to do with the case under scrutiny here. Yes, I've already admitted to recruiting Asugi. However, in the end, something happened that meant the young man was unable to carry out his mission. Presume you're referring to the incident that occurred during Kazuma's passage to Britain in January. The awful tragedy that took place on the steamship. Seeing some friends go?
Word arrived at the Ministry some 2 weeks ago after the ship's departure from our shores. The visiting student had been killed, but his body had somehow gone missing in Hong Kong. The news was wired to me from the detective I'd placed on the ship to accompany the assassin. Obviously, Kazuma didn't actually die at all, but he did lose his memory, including all details about his special mission. Probably not. Did you not consider dispatching another assassin at that point? That wasn't possible, simply because that black-clad young student over there had already put himself forward as Asugi's replacement, and there was no way to stop him from reaching Britain. Ah! My hands were completely tied. So Mr. Sholmes' strategy worked perfectly. He predicted everything that would happen. Months later, my memory returned, and I'd never intended to go through with the assassination mission anyway. So you were playing me right from the outset, were you? Is that it? I'd sooner be guilty of that crime than of taking someone else's life. I was prepared to do whatever I had to in order to get myself here to Britain. Alright, man, no worries. This line of questioning has gone on long enough.
Sad.
Did you like ReFantasio? Yeah, the trailer looks amazing. Can't wait to play it. Ricardo, did you check out, Iodine Chronicle? Really amazing looking game. Can't wait for more Ferris wheel. We've been playing these two games during the week. So Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and Unicorn Overlord. Actually amazing. Wait, Rosen, is there already a Mii character in it? I hope that he doesn't want to do the Ferris wheel like that. This line of questioning has gone on long enough. All the court should be concerned about in the testimony given by this witness are details relating to his relationship with Inspector Gregson and the victim's murder. In that case, as I've already made perfectly clear, I had no connection to the man or his death. Iodine is so great. Yeah, I can't wait for it. And you have some means of substantiating this plea. On the evening in question, a member of the crew was on duty outside my cabin at all times. Outside your cabin in the first-class area of the SS Grouse, you mean? Yes, that's right. This is what we're gonna contradict. Not least because there was a murder of a student passenger earlier in the year, I imagine. The liner operators have taken to posting a crewman outside every first-class cabin door. I can confirm the presence of the crewman guard myself. Because I accompanied Inspector Gregson to Dunkirk that night, I witnessed it with my own eyes. There's a well-built crewman with midriff, standing guard directly in front of the door, the witness's cabin. At that particular time, of course, I'd gone to the ship's dining room for dinner. Inspector and I asked the crewman to allow us into the cabin while we waited for Judge Shikoku's return. Oh. Story time. Did I misread something? I suppose Inspector Gregson was there in his capacity as the... He was intending to take the witness's life. I don't think so. Exactly. As I've said numerous times now, I had no intention of killing anyone. So the crewman let two professional assassins into the cabin he was supposed to be guarding. Not the most convincing of sentries, really. In truth, those were my thoughts too. But anyway, I stayed to talk with Inspector Gregson for a short while, and then I left him there and made my way off the ship alone. Was the guard still at the door when you went? Yes. Glared at me as I walked past. You see, that proves it! If there'd been a shot fired, the crewman would have heard it, so clearly I can't be involved.
Hold it!
Crewman who was standing directly outside your cabin door, you. That's right. A muscular man with a permanent grim expression on his face. He didn't once move from that spot. To be honest, I thought he was a miserable fellow. But as it happens, he's a vital witness now. There's no doubt that Gregson was killed by a gunshot. And it's inconceivable that a crewman standing just outside the cabin door wouldn't have heard that. But wait, what about the ship's enormous steam engines? The noise of them could have drowned out the sound of the gun being fired. Sadly, young judicial assistant, that won't wash. You will recall that my cabin was in the first-class area of the steamship, which is also, of course, the quietest. Don't imagine for a moment that it's anything like steerage, where the judicial assistants go. I didn't mean... But a hole like that, made by a bullet, was found in your cabin, Judge Shigoku. That's compelling evidence that a gun was fired in there. What's that? A bullet hole? Oh yes, they're talking about what the detective uncovered in the wall yesterday, I presume. That was obviously a rotten panel eaten out by a woodworm. No doubt he didn't find an actual bullet. Ugh, that's the hole in this argument. Sadly, I was unable to arrange for the crewman to be brought back to Britain with me. But obviously, if a gun had been fired in my cabin on the night in question, as the defense implies, I would have been arrested on the spot and would never have made it to Britain in the first place. Well, you did it while they were at their drill, so that's why. Very true. The witness's logic is sound. Since no gunshot was heard from the witness's cabin on the night in question, we must assume that the witness is telling the truth. I'm glad you see sense, my lord. I know Kazuma's already admitted to taking on this incredible assassination plot, but even so, hearing it confirmed by somebody else is still a real shock. It's unforgivable, using Kazuma-sama's feelings to manipulate him into agreeing to such a despicable plan. But I think Kazuma manipulated Judge Shigoku too. He completely double-crossed him. Oh dear. It's hard not to see that as a stroke of brilliance on Kazuma-sama's part. One way or another, though, Gregson ended up dead. I really think that the murder must have happened aboard the steamship. So you mean Judge Shigoku must be lying? I know I shouldn't let my emotions cloud my judgment, but you must destroy him, Mr. Naruhodo.
Objection!
Yes, as the court has heard, there was a crewman posted outside Judge Shigoku's cabin. However, we can be sure that contrary to the witness's claim, the guard wasn't there at all times. What? I here have a notice of a particular event that was scheduled to take place aboard the steamship on the 31st. What? Where did you get that? It's evidence gathered by Mr. Herlock Sholmes. You were acquainted yesterday, if you remember. Herlock Sholmes again! According to this itinerary, after leaving the port of Dunkirk at exactly 10 p.m., and for a period of 20 minutes, all crewmen of the SS Grouse were to gather on the deck for an evacuation drill. All crewmen were away from their posts. And during that 20-minute interval, of course, any gunshots emanating from your cabin would have been heard by no one. In summary, Judge Shigoku, you had ample opportunity to commit the crime. Ugh!
Objection!
A 20-minute window of opportunity. That's an excellent find, Ryunosuke, but it amounts to nothing. Why? because the witness clearly stated in his testimony that no incident occurred in the cabin, unless you have some decisive evidence that can show his testimony to be false. Your accusation is nothing more than a conjecture. Very true. Well, counsel. Inspector Gregson was killed in Judge Shikoku's cabin that night, I'm certain of it. Because the defense has evidence to prove it. You will identify for the defense at once, counsel. What proof do you have that the victim's life was taken in Shikoku's cabin on 31st October? You see these little things all over the place, don't you? It's part of the top of a pocket watch that you twist to set time, isn't it? It's called the crown, I believe. A watch would be quite useless without one. Crown? Like what sits on top of a monarch's head. That's a very grand name for such a tiny part. And yeah, it looks like a unicorn, doesn't it? A pocket watch. Where have I seen one of those? But actually, yes, Mr. Naruhodo, if this is a crown, I have a feeling I might have seen a monarch around here somewhere with a very bare head. If by monarch you mean pocket watch, then I'm sure you have. So this is probably my evidence, to be honest. Let's just see.
Take that!
Judge Jigoku, this was found in your cabin yesterday. What is that? The crown of a pocket watch. A pocket watch? And if you will observe, the victim's pocket watch, which we know he treasured, is missing precisely that part. It can't be. Moreover, this crown is a perfect fit on the spindle protruding from the victim's watch. Now, the fact that this was retrieved from Judge Jigoku's cabin tells us that this victim's watch most certainly broke there. In other words, the victim was killed on the 31st during the 20-minute evacuation drill. In the cabin occupied by you, Judge Jigoku. Well, you're razor sharp, aren't you, you young murderer?
Objection!
Expertly maneuvered, Ryunosuke. I need to find a stopping point, guys. And your argument sounds entirely plausible, at first. But rather, like this pocket watch, it's full of cracks. It won't come anytime soon. Okay. What? And I believe Judge Jigoku feels the same way. I was wrong to acquit you earlier in the year. Sorry? If I'd known you would that it would result in anyone having to listen to this drivel, I would have declared you guilty just to spare the world your ridiculous bombasts. I think it's clear that the witness will have to give further testimony. When you hear what actually happened in my cabin that night, you'll notice the pitfall into which you've stumbled. Prior to your renewed testimony, I would like to clarify one point. The fact that this part of the victim's watch was discovered in your cabin means that you acknowledge he was there, I presume. Yes, I do. Very well then. You may proceed to give your formal testimony about what exactly happened in your cabin aboard ship on the evening of the 31st October. Okay. So we're about to go into another cross-examination with Jigoku. I think this is probably the best point that I should stop at because we have to get on to Among Us. We are officially 8 minutes past and we gotta start collecting. So, guys, amazing session. The game continues to stay piping hot. Such a good story. So intense. New twists, new evidence. It's so good. Great Ace Attorney 2 truly is a great game. I'm going to quickly run to the bathroom, and then I'm going to start gathering the Amongies, so I will be right back.
Oh my god, finally. Okay. So
I will protect Tessa! Is this from the stream we saw earlier?
This is Ota's memory of it. It appears to be a bit exaggerated.
Alright.
The strawberry truly is amazing.
I thought you were gonna say
Ooh,
strawberry
that sounds
frosty.
really good.
I was gonna say shut up.
I was attacked!
Oh no! Oh my god.
Storm died last night. Oh my god.
So, Heavy,
I was just bouncing around and then it murdered me!
Heavy, I'll be forever at your service, Your Highness. Well, aren't you cute as a little puppy? Should I pet you? Woof. Woof. There they are. Oh, we're dead. We are very likely dead.